So, we've just seen how to set up a Photoshop file for animation. That's a great start. Now let's have a closer look at the pros and cons of using video folders and video layers, and I will let you know which one is my favorite. Let's go back to it. We will now create a video folder and then a video layer, and then we will compare the pros and cons of both methods. So to create a video folder is pretty easy. All you need to do is to create the frames that you want to put together. You just select them like so, for example, and then you drag any of them and then put them at the back of one of them, just anywhere. So I'm going to put them at the back of the first one like so, and as you can see they just group together into what is called a video group, and you can see the logo is different from the usual folders. That's it. That's pretty much how you create a video group or a video folder, and that puts all your frame neatly on one line, and that's very handy. Now the other way to do this would be to create a video layer. So I'm going to hide this one, and I'm going to create a video layer by going up here in the layer and then down to video layers right here, and I'm going to create a new blank video layer. So by default it creates that layer the length of the existing timeline, so which is maximum of 1 second here, and this is different from a normal layer. This is a video layer. That means that on every frame it will be different. So if I go, say, to the first frame and I start by drawing a number 1 like we did before, let's say I'll draw it here, and I go to the second frame, as you can see 1 disappears already because this is an independent layer. So it's like it's containing a different layer on every frame. So I'm going to draw number 2 here, then I go to the next one and I'm going to draw a number 3, and if I hit play it's doing the same as the other one, so I can show them both together and it does the same thing. Okay, now let's have a look at the pros and cons of the video folder versus the video layer. So let's start with the video folder. One of the problems with the video folder is that you can imagine that if you have a long animation you will quickly end up with a lot of layers. Now it's all fine in the timeline because they just line up horizontally and it's quite neat, but in your layers panel they will stack up pretty quickly, and then it'll become a little bit daunting, a little bit hard to manage. But it's not unsurmountable. It's okay. You can always open or close those folders. That's okay. But that's an issue you don't have with video layers, obviously, because there's only one layer and you can have as many frames as you want. Now there's quite a big issue with video layers, however. It's a bit difficult. As you can see, there's no indication of where the frame starts or ends. So if you wish to extend a frame on a video layer, you cannot actually do that. You'll have to copy that frame to the next one, and if you wanted this frame to stay on for 10 frames, you have to copy that frame 10 times. And then if you want to swap, say, two frames, then it's a bit of a game of copy and pasting the information, the drawings from one layer to the next, and then copying and pasting again, swapping things around. So it's not as easy as it would be in the video groups. The video folders, indeed, it's so easy. You just grab your layer here and then you move it over here, for example, and that's number 2 and 3 inverted, swapped. Also, if you want to have, let's say I put number 3 and I want to have number 1 and number 3 for each of them just for a longer time, I can just extend them, grab them by the end or the beginning of their handles, and then just move them around, extend them like this, and they will stay for longer. So that is very, very useful for timing animation, for copying your frames around, moving them around. So for that reason, I personally much prefer the video folders to the video layers, and I would strongly encourage you to do that, because it's a bit of a headache with video layers if you have to move your frames around or retime your animation.